So this is a short video to show how to animate blend shapes. And if we go to today's blog post, which is 12th of February 2024, you can see I've just done little, this is what we're looking for, is just a lighted candle just gently glowing like this. So that's the output we're after. And if you scroll down, you'll see the tutorial is set out there step by step and shows you how to do it. So you can see exactly what to do. There's a theory video on blend shapes there, a technical video on how to create blend shapes, and there's a step-by-step lesson plan that takes you through the whole thing. So let's get started. So the first thing we do is we go File, Project Window, New. I've already created one there, but you're going to go and create one there, and then you're going to go ahead and set to it. So File, Set Project, and then you're going to set to the candle project. Then the next thing we want to do is in the perspective view, we're going to go ahead and create a candle. So I'm going to go Create, Polygon Primitives, Cylinder. I'm going to call that Candle. And I'm going to make it bigger. And that's going to be our candle base. Very, very simple. And then once we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and create a sphere. Create Polygon Primitive Sphere, move that up, scale it up. And then in the orthographic side view, I'm going to go to Vertex Mode, right-click Vertex Mode, and I'm going to take these I'm just going to use a combination of the Move tool and the Scale tool to scale down the candle, and I'm just making it into the shape of a flame, right? That's the idea. So, whoops. So we're just making this, doing some really simple modeling, really, really super simple to make this into a flame shape. Just going to get that last guy there on the top, just zooming in there, select that, pull it up, and see what we've got. It's not perfect by any means, but I'm not looking for perfection in this tutorial. I just want to get something working, and you can, in your own time, work on making it prettier than I've done here. But yeah. Something like that. Okay, so we've got a candle, and we're going to call that, I'm going to go back to object mode, right-click object mode. I'm going to call that flame. Actually, I'm going to call that flame base shape. Flame base shape. So that's our candle flame. It's actually a little bit fat. So let me just scale it in a little bit. And it could be actually a little bit pointier. So let me go back to vertex mode and just let's lift that up at the top a bit like that. Again, vertex mode. Lift that up. There we go. Right click, back to object mode. Okay, so we've got a flame. That looks reasonably flame-like. We can also make the candle a little bit bigger. Till we're happy with it. I'm not worrying about a wick or anything like that. Just keeping it nice and simple. There we go. That'll do. Okay, so now we've got our flame base shape. We've got our candle. So now what we want to do, go ahead, is duplicate that, Control D, and lift that up in the air. And now we want to change the shape of the target shape. So I'm going to open that up in the orthographic side view, and I'm going to make this longer and skinnier. So I'm going to go again, before I do anything else, I want to make sure that, let me select that in object mode again. And if I go back to the channel box, let's rename that target shape 1, because that's our new target shape. Target shape 1. And now let's go ahead and right click on that, go to vertex mode, and then let's make this sort of flickery flame. So we're gonna make that flame kind of whoops. And the other thing I can do is just kind of rotate that off to one side slightly, something like that. So we're just getting a slight flicker effect. Okay, so back to object mode, and now you can see we've got a shape that is slightly different from the base shape. We call that target shape 1. And now what I need to do is go ahead and create the target shape. And to do that, I'm going to go deform. Wait a minute, let me do this correctly. So we select the target shape, then shift select the base shape. Then we go deform, blend shape. Deform blend shape. And that should create a blend shape. And to find that, we go Windows, Animation Editors, Shape Editor. And now we should have a target shape. And if I animate that, if I use a slider, you'll see that the flame there is changing shape. So that's exactly what we want. Okay, so let's minimize the shape editor, and now let's go ahead and create another target shape. So we've got a flame base shape, so again I'm going to go Control D, lift it up, and we'll call that target shape 2. Target shape 2. Enter. And let's move it to one side, and this time we are going to make it sort of short and fat. So I'm going to go back to vertex mode, and let's now lower it down a bit. Now if I was kind of doing this for real, as it were, I'd be taking more time over this to make these shapes really appealing. But I'm just doing it kind of quickly here. I'm just going to make it a little bit fat there. Because I want to get this done quickly so that you can see the effect. Okay, right click object mode, and now let's tie that into the base shape. So I shift select the base shape, and now instead of creating a new target shape, I need to go to the add tool. So we go now to deform, blend shape, and then add one. So deform, blend shape, add. And that, if we go back to our target shape, that we should be able to add that to target shape 2. Yes, so that's now shrinking the flame. So we've got one target shape which makes the flame longer, and another target shape that makes the flame shorter. Okay, let's go ahead and create one more, and then we'll do the animation. So I select the base shape, Control D, move that up and over. Whoops. So there's our new one. So this is now target shape 3. Very important that you name all this stuff correctly, otherwise you'll never remember what the heck is going on. So target shape 3. Right, so over here let's kind of let's go back to vertex mode, and let's again make it kind of long and stretchy, but let's kind of bend it over the other way. Something like that. Whoops. Because we're going for a kind of flicker effect, right? So something like that. Okay, back to object mode. So now we've got another shape, and we've got target shape 3. So we can now go and add that one as well. So shift select the base shape, and then go back to deform, blend shape, add. So now we go back to our shape editor. We should have another one which looks like that. Great. Okay, so now that we've created some blend shapes, let's go ahead and do some actual animation. But in order that this video doesn't get too long, I'm going to do that in a separate video. So this is part 1, creating the blend shapes. Part 2 will be doing the animation.